into begging the question as well. Because if you're assuming your conclusion to be true that women also have this capability, then they're not really extending upon parameters within the hypothetical.
I don't actually believe that women have this ability. I don't believe
and that takes a little bit. You still have to give the parameters within the hypothetical, because right now, you have to just make the argument that on an ontological level, women don't encapsulate this ability. So if you just stipulate that they all of a sudden have this capacity, not only does it violate the law of identity, but it also creates a category error within the establishment of what women is.
Wait, so before I ask that question, I would have to ask him why wouldn't he have to do the same thing?
Give you the
target area. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
One pertinent question that needs to be answered. That's what
Deploying butterflies.
You might have the power physically to stop them.
Deploying butterflies.
Optimus gear is all on.
Control.
Deploying butterflies.
Again, just get out of the project.
Deploying butterflies. Deploying butterflies.
As the control leads to collapse. Again, all the statements though, but afraid of responsibly that rights can be based on
Switching mags. Deploying butterflies. Ammo here. Deploying butterflies.
You asked about 4 of them.
Deploying butterflies.
Inside the perimeter. Hardpoint relocated.
Deploying butterflies.
Wouldn't you agree that there is other mechanisms that you can use in order to establish the right?
Deploying butterflies. Sniper's down.
Compromised. Secure the area.
Deploying butterflies.
Why doesn't you just again use scenarios in which men can assist? Giving scenarios in which men can play why is that necessary for the rights to be established under law and what
Deploying butterflies.
Secure the area.
use in order to establish rights?
We're on the same side.
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand across the lead.
Deploying butterflies. Enemy KIA.
Into the hardpoint.
Shooting the rock.
For there to be rights.
First off, use my forces necessary. Use my forces necessary because it's your force in each. Because society is so
Check your fire.
Yeah, because you're thinking this is what you're doing. You're saying, well, force is necessary. Just let it happen. If it's not then
Loading
isn't it
fresh mag.
logically possible that
Took that out of commission.
principles of basically you're understanding of their position and you're bringing up JFK, who I really don't give a fuck.
Tossing
So
back
that
to
is
me.
because there's you and very clearly what I'm saying. It's very clearly what I'm asking is very clear, right? I'm asking you, why is force necessary? The only thing you can do is list me things as identifying force. I acknowledge that this is the case, however, that's also begging the question. You're just saying that the
Hard point, stand by.
Tossing back to me.
You need force in general take control
Tactical out.
necessary
Eliminated.
to take control of people again. Now that has happened through this event. Again, we don't take control of what happens, we get overwhelmed.
Friendly
We can
UAV on
have
station.
control.
Enemy has taken the lead.
That's scales. Yeah, but that's good. But you to understand that's not none of that is teaching how that brains exist. You do that. That's what I'm
30 seconds remain.
You do that.
Tossing back to me.
So part of the problem
Tossing
is that
tactical.
it can't be rates seems for an entirely different reason. But how can't be through enforcement? Wouldn't you guys
10
agree?
seconds remaining. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Okay, so if you agree to the fact that
Loading fresh mag.
all rights
Tactical
exist
out.
around the
Almost got me. Almost.
Yes, they did. So in the 1900s, in 1902, they were able to vote.
Are you gonna let me answer the question?
In 1902, so they were able to vote.
You just said yes. You just said
I
yes.
just said yes. The reason why women could have voted is because of the fact that they could own property. And anybody could have owned property. It wasn't just women. You also have little boys at the youngest being 12 owning property and being able to vote. So this idea that you guys think that women weren't allowed to vote during these times is kind of fucking insane. That goes against all of history.
So we were in the 1700s.
Yes, women were allowed to
Give me a source. Yeah,
You just explained it.
Does it give me a source? Give me a factual source.
That was the source.
So this was a
You want a factual source on claims that you're making?
I didn't give you a factual source. We were able to vote.
You said women weren't allowed to vote. Yes, that's the case.
Does he not know that people were allowed to vote if you could own land? Like,
No, here's the thing, if you were in the military or if you owned land, you were allowed to vote. Even black people, right, were allowed to vote if they own land or if they express in the military. And the fact that you guys are sitting up here without a link of fucking history is insane.
They never informed it. You did that. So this reason did that. You know history?
What was your question? You kind of mumbling there. I didn't hear all of that.
Who stood in the street and said women should have equal rights as men? Who stood in the street? What were women's names in the history?
Well, yeah, so if we're going to talk about the 1900s, yeah, I mean, it was a mixture of men and women. Primarily, I would say, like the conspiracy theories on that, but it's actually been proven. CIA, kind of agents on the street.
Deathmatch. Engage and destroy them.
Took a shot! Because you have her name, the one that created it.
Margaret's angry.
We've lost the lead.
Push feminist propaganda. They pushed it in papers. They pushed it in as well.
Flash up! Come on! Take cover! Very flash! I don't forget. Flash up! Took a shot! Very flash! Flash up! Very flash! Flash up! Very flash! Flash up!
Yeah, because I just don't think that.
Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Hostile mosquitoes online.
Very flash!
Enemy is gaining ground. Push them back.
Flash up! I don't forget. Very flash! I'm never down for long. I'm loading! Flash up! Very flash!
Hostile secured a remote turret. Hostile motor strike near your position.
Flash up!
Hostile SAE near your position.
Very flash! Ammo here!
Hostile UAV in the area.
Flash up!
Missile incoming.
Another more scripts. Very flash!
Getting hit hard. Missile approaching target.
Took a shot! I'm sure that hard to kill. Flash up!
Return to base.
First of all, slow down, because I don't think you know how you don't get a lease to a car. You get a bill of purchase. Is it a difference? And I'm saying it's not registered. You asked me if it was registered. Is it good information? Holy shit, bro. This dude is so stupid. Oh, is it good information? What I said was that it wasn't registered. You asked me very clearly, is it registered? And I said no. No. Hang on, listen to the hypothetical. Holy shit, because none of this fucking matters. None of this fucking matters. Right? Whether or not it's registered or not. If someone takes my vehicle, is it my fucking property that's taken?
I'm gonna say this because I think you're uneducated. You said I said, did it?
Yeah, of course. I think I'm uneducated. That's my question. Is it my property?
Answer this. Did you not say?
Is it my property?
Is it? No, it's not in your view.
Okay, then. Okay, it's not in my view. Wonderful. I'm glad that you
said it under your name. You said no.
Well, whose view are we critiquing? Are we critiquing my worldview or yours?
Because you said it wasn't under your name, therefore it's not your view.
Is it? I never said it wasn't under my name.
You just said it wasn't under your name, therefore it's not your vehicle. That's not what he said.
Final minute.
Vehicle for cash.
Put anything into your body, won't you? They've planted at Bravo. Quick and quiet.
Is that he purchased the car for cash from someone.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
As soon as property gets proof of payment and everything, yes.
Oh, really? Okay, so even if someone thinks that it's still my property?
If it's off your property, yes, because if you have proof of payment on that car, it's still yours, yes.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm
Search and destroy.
I'm confused on one particular thing. Okay, because you
Plant
said
a charge
that
on the
right
target and
exits,
level it.
well, right exits, correct?
Do you know
Secure the device.
Presuming my position. Oh,
This is not my position. This is not my position.
This is like your that. Are we talking about your position? Or my position? Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes, voting rights do exist.
So someone takes away your right to vote. Is there a existence?
Yeah, that is hypothetical. It has to be passed by Congress.
Is there right
This is hypothetical, so no.
is
Win that round. Get ready for the next one.
Give me a second. That's
part of the problem. You're saying it doesn't exist on the earth right now. Someone takes it from you, but we just
Search and destroy.
If I have a my property, someone takes it.
Target objectives need to be detonated. Play it smart. You've got the bomb.
Okay, yeah, but I'm asking you for properties.
It's still yours, just as
Right, so why is it the same? And wait, but when I'm here, I say you saying that the right to property, okay, is still there even if someone takes it, correct?
I already answered your question. I'm not answering.
Yeah. So why doesn't this extend to voting?
Why does it extend to voting? Well, it can. When you're in America, Stitch, not in Egypt, not in a Middle Eastern stinky country. In America. What is America? What are you if you're born in America? What are you if you're born here? What
Why are you asking me what America is?
What are you if you're born here?
What am I? I'm a citizen. Why does that matter?
1 minute. On to the next.
So you just disproved yourself again because you brought up the Middle East. I was playing. You brought up the Middle East. You said, okay, go ahead and leave and crash out, bro. Leave and crash out. You saying? Hang on, you said earlier that if I went to the Middle East, right? This is where what brought up
Set a
the whole
defensive
part.
perimeter around
This
the
is what I'm
objective.
trying to explain to you. That you said that if I go over there and I start, going against Quran and they unallow me that I have this right, and I said yes, that's ridiculous because you said that I still have this right.
Won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Exists. This is why it's a contradiction upon your worldview. If I'm a U.S. citizen and I get, kidnapped and I get put in the Middle East, do I have rights?
Oh, again, it doesn't have to be true.
Yeah, it's coloring down.
Search and destroy.
To be a real life scenario,
That is a real life scenario.
Defend the objectives from hostile forces.
That happens all the time.
Okay, so give me a real
Life scenario
Okay, so
where
give me a case.
kids are being kidnapped from the U.S. and then being transported to the Middle East,
Give me a
Mexico,
case.
South
Give me a case.
bomb secure.
Give you a
No visible threats on target.
specific
Solid
cases.
work.
I'm not
Mission is
giving the
complete.
shit
Good work.
information. Give me a case. Well, we do. I'm not privileged to information. Law enforcement. Would you acknowledge that kids are abducted from the U.S. and then they are transported to the Middle East, to South America, and to third world countries? You would acknowledge this to be the case.
Well, again, hypothetical scenario.
Do they still have rights?
Give me a hypothetical. I'll answer your question.
Do they still have rights?
Give me the scenario. Give me the case.
That is a scenario.
Give me the case.
That I don't know why I have to give you a specific
Because
case.
you said
That is just a scenario.
You're saying Americans are super kidnapped, transportation. Give me a case. Give me a case.
Holy shit.
You just said it happened. Give me a case. You just said it happened.
A room temperature IQ. Okay, let me give you a specific case. Let's take Jared Kushner, for example. Specific scenarios. Yes, right. I need you to be quiet. For a specific scenario, I'm giving it to you. Jared Kushner, or not Jared Kushner, okay, now, what's his name? The Kushner guy. Okay, on the 70s show. He owns and he created an organization that fights against sex trafficking of children. And he gives example. He went on in front of Congress and he testified about specific amount of children that were abducted from the U.S. and they were sent into South America and Mexico. Okay, is it the case that these children didn't have rights?
Please, in the Middle East.
It's the Middle East, South America, and Mexico.
You said the Middle East. You never said the Middle East.
You asked me for a specific case.
I say that you're like my talker, and I'm just going to speculation. I'm going to believe my words.
This is like, I don't know.
When you're in a different country, again, there's different rights in different countries, and some states in different countries. The same rights in different countries.
So what rights the U.S. citizens lose when they go to the Middle East?
Middle East is okay. Women have to come to the Middle East. If it is a privilege,
Absolutely, right? Where they lose.
we're present. They just talking and speak without a man present.
I'm sorry, talking and speaking are rights. And the specific rights that they lose.
What's up? I just said that you have
Right to speak.
yes, they do have rights. There's the right to speak in the Middle East.
Okay, so tell me how that is. So that's speaking, meaning that rights don't exist anymore, right?
So you're saying one right is taken away, all the rest are taken away?
So okay, then this is self-defeating. You're self-defeating your own argument.
Hold on,
Because you said that rights don't exist unless there's enforcement power. You're saying, right, in one instance that voting, the right to vote always exists if there's a U.S. citizen. You're saying that these can be taken away. So it is a case that they don't always exist, correct?
So, okay, I'm going to answer this. I'm going to say this one more time to you, Stitch.
He doesn't know which side he's
I'll
arguing.
let you finish. Let me finish now.
I can say it.
Let me finish Big Back.
Go ahead.
If you take one
I
right,
took a lot
you
of
lose all rights. If you lose one right, you lose all rights.
Well, again,
Yes, sir. Hypothetical is a scenario, hypothetical given that is not been proven. You're just putting yourself in a scenario which could happen.
I didn't ask what it was. I asked what's the function.
Function of it is placing yourself in a scenario which could be a scenario. Like
Hypotheticals do.
Tossing tactical!
Keep hold of the objective.
Taking fire!
We're taking Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha. Enemies taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo.
Tossing tactical. Switching mags.
Online. Friendly Mosquito deployed.
Switching mags.
Enemy taking Bravo. We're losing Alpha. We control two
Tactical out.
objectives. Friendly care package on the way. UAV online.
I'm hit. Changing mags. Tossing
Enemy
tactical.
taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. Friendly zone.
Now we're even.
Friendly care package in the AO.
We're on the same side.
Enemies taking Bravo. Friendly cruise missile deployed.
26. Tactical out.
Friendly Mosquito
Loading
deployed.
fresh mag.
We're taking
There we go.
Charlie. Securing objective
Tossing
Charlie.
tactical.
Taking Charlie.
Tossing tactical.
Enemy securing Bravo.
Switching mags. Drop point set.
Enemy taking Bravo. Friendly care package on the way. Securing objective Charlie.
Tactical out. Changing mags.
Enemy securing Bravo. Charlie.
Shooting lit up. Taking effective fire. Oh, triple fire.
Friendly Mosquito deployed. Enemy
Switching mags. Taking fire. Changing mags.
enemy securing Bravo.
Tossing tactical. Loading fresh mag. Tactical out. Tossing tactical.
Missile approaching target.
Tactical out. Tossing tactical.
Taking Bravo. Halfway to mission complete.
You got
Finish
cocky,
it.
and now you're dead.
Enemy securing Bravo. Alternative is on station. Securing objective Charlie.
There we go. Drop them.
No.
Switching mags.
Friendly Mosquito active. Taking Charlie. Enemy taking Bravo.
Taking fire.
Losing Alpha.
Tossing tactical.
they always, I don't know, I'm just a magnet to them.
We're taking Charlie.
And then did right what he was
We're taking
debating
Alpha.
about, to be clear.
Tossing tactical.
He's a white nationalist. I don't know that guy.
Get them secure. Alpha secure.
Tactical out.
Taking Alpha.
So
Enemy securing
it's
Bravo.
he
We're taking
he was
Charlie.
It
Enemy taking
yeah. What do you guys just would say is remedial. If we would say. This is very
securing Bravo.
yeah, I didn't hear any of that. I
Tossing
did
tactical.
hear Raiders in
Wait, do you mean? Wait, do you mean? Wait, do you mean that like if a man grieves a woman in marriage, the marriage is no longer valid? Is that what you mean?
Tossing tactical.
Enemy currently holds all
Tactical out.
Take them back.
Like a marriage, but it doesn't speak to the would happen.
Wait,
And it doesn't mean like that that's what makes the absurdity there. It's just going to be that God would have. Well, that's obviously not going to be the case.
Tossing tactical.
wait, but hold on. But wait a minute. The point I was saying was if you're saying it makes a marriage invalid, it wouldn't be a divorce. Basically, well, being Catholicism, right? It would just be an annulment. Like the marriage just isn't valid. Well, even if it was the case, but this concept does exist. Like the marriage is basically, it wouldn't be a marriage. It's invalid. So it wouldn't be.
Taking fire.
There's a distinction between the state and the church. Like the church is
Securing objective Bravo. Secure their position.
Loading fresh mag.
Friendly Mosquito active.
Taking fire.
But I'm not sure if I want to get into that. I don't want to get into that.
Now we're eating.
Friendly UAV online.
Drop point
Securing
set.
objective Bravo. We're losing Alpha.
We need to be clear.
We're taking Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
I'm just going to say
Enemy's
right
taking
now, we need
Alpha.
to be clear on the say
Securing objective Bravo.
Getting lit up.
legally the concept will still applies. However, with the church, I think there are implications.
I get what she's kind of saying. I think she was a little bit strawman a little bit.
Tossing tactical.
Yeah.
Securing objective Bravo. Enemy has captured 2 objectives. Get them secure.
Tactical out.
She doesn't.
Tossing tactical. Oh, check your fire.
But, like, for example, a woman can't that's not how that
There we go.
works. So abuse with the weapon.
I'm hit.
We're taking Bravo.
If the husband is
Tactical out. We're on point sight.
but I don't know, because it depends on how you're defining terms. If you know that
Tossing tactical.
begins to break the wife, then technically it's not fair to rape and raping
Changing mag.
people. If you're saying that there has to be the element, that's where I would disagree with you, because I'm kind of like icky about it, because I'm a mouth. feeling.
Stitch is speaking facts as a Catholic. Once again, Catholics win again. If only Reina was a Catholic.
Which exactly what you said. Once this thing happened, or once this husband starts operating outside of the Spirit, outside of the Holy Spirit, it is no longer, in my worldview, it is no longer considered a godly marriage, or he's no longer considered a godly husband. So in my worldview, a godly husband, marriage, this would not